Hi everyone. We are on the road today, headed out to see Brian, Noah, and Kylen for part 2 of the Kids Garden series. They are loving growing veggies, and we've seen some pictures on Brian's Instagram of the progress of the kids seed collection in the purple containers. It's looking good, but it's been a little while since I've seen pictures, so hoping for some great progress today.
What do you predict? What do you think you're going to see when you get there?
Well, we did plant the seeds pretty thickly, so I'm thinking the seedlings will definitely need some thinning out. And I'm thinking the beans and the peas that we planted are going to need some staking. One thing I'm really excited about, though, is to get the sunflowers from the kids seed collection planted. It's warm enough today. I think the kids are really going to enjoy that. And I really want to thank Smart Pots for partnering with us on this series, for making it possible. We're growing in their purple Smart Pots container and using the kids seed collection. So if you haven't got started, head over to my website and pick one up, grab your kids, and get growing some veggies. It's really a lot of fun.
I'd like to shout out to Brian, California Garden TV on YouTube and on Instagram, for letting us do this in his backyard.
Yeah, that's right. Well, let's go see the garden. I'm really excited about it. Hi, Brian.
Hey,
how are you doing?
good. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
Today. How's everything going with the garden in the back?
Doing good. The kids are loving it, taking care of it. It gives them some responsibility.
Good.
So it's nice.
So they're liking having their own garden space?
They do. They do.
Oh, good. Well, it's been a little while since I've seen a picture, so I'm sure there's a lot of growth.
There's a lot of growth.
A lot of growth?
A lot of growth.
Good. Well, we're going to talk about that more today and talk about it with the kids. So should we head on back and see the garden?
Let's go back.
All right.
All right, you're going to be really surprised when you see this. We've got a lot of growth.
I cannot wait. Hey, Kylen, how you doing?
Good.
Noah, how's it going, guys? Let's take a look at your garden. Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
Look at the growth.
3 weeks or so, and this is amazing to me.
Your containers are looking absolutely amazing. I cannot believe the growth in just a few weeks' time. Great job.
Yep.
So since we posted the first video, your friends had a chance to watch you on YouTube. What was it like, Kylen, being on YouTube?
People thought I was famous.
People thought you were famous? Oh, I bet that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
How about you, Noah?
Well, kind of the same as Kylen. My cousin Haley, she was like, "You're famous. Everybody's gonna know you now." So,
Wow, was that a lot of fun?
yeah.
Very cool. So, guys, what was it like having your own garden space? Kylen, what did you think of it?
It was cool that we got to pick where we wanted to plant everything, and then we knew exactly where it was once we were ready to pick them.
I liked it more because I knew where everything was instead of having to go try to find it in the backyard.
Ah, nice having it all contained in one space.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, Brian, be honest. How much did you take care of, and how much did Noah take care of?
Well, I didn't have to take care of much. I installed drip, so that's been really great overall.
I see that.
But when it came to, putting the Vermistera worm tea on it, that was all Noah.
Good job, Noah.
And then I know Kylen was taking care of his. In fact, what did you do with your pots that you took home?
I put mine in my greenhouse, and they grew a lot faster.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you took home your 2 black ones that we planted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it had the extra light and the extra heat, and they did really well in the greenhouse, huh?
Yes.
Now, have you been harvesting anything from them yet? Any lettuce or anything like that?
I've tried some lettuce, but it's not completely full yet.
Okay.
It's still good.
Good. So you guys excited to think that you're going to be eating your own vegetables soon that you grew yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know in the first video we did plant our seeds kind of thickly because I really wanted you guys to have the experience of planting it exactly how you wanted to. So they're coming up pretty thick. So what do you think would happen if we just let them continue to grow like this?
They shade each other, and then they'd just be too dense, and they probably wouldn't grow very good.
Blocking out the other sunlight.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do today is actually a couple of different things. We're going to thin out some of the vegetables here, the carrots and the radishes, and then maybe some of the lettuce over there too. Although that lettuce, it looks like a salad. It looks absolutely delicious. I'm ready to eat some myself. But also, I think the beans and the peas might need a little bit of support.
In addition to the shading of the vegetables of each other, if you were like in school and you were all sitting here like this, it wouldn't be very comfortable. You wouldn't have a lot of room to do anything. Especially the root vegetables, they're under the ground growing, and they're going to start hitting into each other, and they're not going to grow as well as they could if they weren't all crowded.
We'll do some thinning, we'll do some staking. Oh, and I also want to plant the sunflowers from the Kids Garden seed collection. Sunflowers are so pretty. They're one of my favorite flower, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy planting and growing those too. And Kylen, you can plant some at home,
Yeah.
and then we'll plant some today here in Noah and Brian's garden. So first off, what we're gonna do is thin out the containers. So some people like to clip their vegetables that are too close together. Some people like to pull them.
Which one's better?
Brian, how about you? Any preferences?
I personally think that clipping is better because, especially when you look at this and it's so close together, you have to understand that those roots under there, they're not single systems. They're all branched into each other. And so if you pull one, you're going to be interrupting maybe 10 other neighbors' root systems. And so it can either stunt it, kill it completely. So I like just kind of clipping them off right there at ground level.
That's exactly what I like to do too. You can see in here, Kylen, they're super, super tight and close together, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to grow carrots if they're this close, because carrots you want them to be nice and straight. So what I'd like to do is maybe put like a 2 finger length in between each seedling. So for example, you would, this is a nice big seedling right there. So you would clip away these 2 because they're a 2 finger length, and then clip away the 2 that are on the other side of it.
So we should clip the ones that are the smallest?
Clip the ones that are the smallest. I'm going to start with the big one and then clip the small ones that are kind of right in between.
Okay.
So do you want to go for it? Yeah. You can go right to soil level there and just clip them off. There you go. Perfect. Nice.
Is that?
Yep. And let's pull these out. Now, Brian, if it were up to you, what would you do with these
I would throw them on
little
salad.
guys?
To me, they taste like carrots.
They're yummy. Do you want to try them, Kylen?
Oh yeah, they do.
Do they?
Is it okay if I try one of your tops here? Wow, they do. They do taste like carrots. You like it?
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, so find the biggest one.
Here.
Nice.
And then imagine the carrot, how big it is under the ground, and just give it room for
Maybe
that.
we'll
So
throw
like
these
it
in a
says,
little-
you know, a couple fingers.
Little basket here
Okay.
even.
That one. Clip this one.
Okay.
There's
Nice job. I like how you're leaving like a 2 finger space in between. You're really being careful there.
all right. This one here.
Perfect.
Right there. Okay. Can I eat one?
Yeah. There you go.
I'll just take the things. Tastes like carrots.
Carroty.
Have you guys learned anything so far? Noah and Kylen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you learned, Kylen?
That you have to thin them. I thought you can just kind of snip them down lower a little bit, but I didn't know you actually had to give them some space in between.
That how fast things can grow.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? To see him start from a seed, and look, you got little radishes over there already.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you did a great job thinning the carrots. Now, I know they're looking a little bit droopy, but what do you think, Brian?
A little water, a little sun, they'll start standing up strong and they'll be fine.
You guys actually have your very first harvest from your garden here. Let's see your baskets. Look at that. What do you guys think so far?
It's a salad all by itself.
Pretty cool, huh? Same idea on the radishes. We're going to dig in on thinning them too. We want them about a 2 finger width apart. So Kylen, let's just start here with your container. Yours are planted pretty thickly, and I don't think there's any little radish heads growing yet. Wow, look at that. You do have one coming in. Isn't that pretty? Look at that color. That's amazing, the Easter egg radishes. So if you thin out these ones here, this one's going to grow a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So you want to grab your scissors. And I know it's hard sometimes to clip plants that are already growing, but it's gonna be better for this one. So, yep, same idea. You got in there, you clip it. Good job. Right up there at soil level. This is actually a little baby radish growing right there, and maybe you can very gently pull that out. Give the other guy a little bit of room to grow. Oh, look at that. So cute. Nice. How's it looking over there, Brian?
Look at this, what we found. I mean, that's really getting to the
pull it?
point. Yeah, go ahead and give it a little twist and
Oh
pull.
my gosh.
There you go, look at that. Look at that color.
Wow, look at that color.
That is like a dyed egg.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Easter egg radishes, what you're gonna find is they're gonna come out in different colors. So you're gonna have the pinks,
cool.
the purples, like Kylen's right here was kind of a purple color, and there's also some white ones in there as well. So you never know what you're gonna get. It's a nice little surprise.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about thinning for me is that as gardeners, it's in our instinct to be nurturing And this seems so counterproductive to that, but in reality, it needs to be done.
It's true, it does seem counterproductive, but the fact that we can actually enjoy it and eat it as a salad,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel wasteful, we're enjoying it, or you have chickens, so what you guys can't eat, you can feed to your chickens, right?
While I don't like the taste of radish greens, they do, and I love their eggs even more, so it all works out in the end.
It all comes around, right?
They're cool looking.
They are cool looking, huh? I love radishes because they grow so fast. So for
really
a
do.
kid, you see immediate results, which is always fun.
You guys were planting these. We weren't really worried about it. We wanted you to have fun and just kind of sow the seeds as you wanted to. What did you learn maybe through that and seeing how many we have to thin out here?
Maybe don't plant as many seeds close together.
Yeah.
Next to it.
Your containers are looking so much better. I know they're kind of flopping over, but they are going to perk up. But the great part about it is, look at your baskets.
Yeah.
You guys have your very first harvest from your very own garden. I'm so proud of you.
What do you think?
Good. It looks good.
We got radish greens, radishes, carrot greens.
Yeah. I like this radish the most.
And look at the
That's
color
like-
of that. Perfectly shaped.
The
Absolutely
biggest
beautiful.
We
one.
won a
They're
prize.
so bright.
They are bright, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're going to be so much fun to eat on a salad later. Super tasty, and who knows? I think, Kylen, you said that you thought radishes were a little bit spicy,
Yeah.
so you might end up liking radishes after growing your own. The lettuce there is looking like it needs thinned a little bit too.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We will thin this. It's pretty much the same process as all the others. We'll do this a little later. Maybe we'll have a nice salad for dinner.
Now we are ready to stake up our vegetables, and we're going to start with the beans right there in the middle, Noah, in your container. So can you see how they're kind of flopping over
Yeah.
a little bit there? Now imagine, we don't have any beans on it yet, but imagine when we do have beans come on, what do you think is going to happen?
It's gonna flop over more.
It'll flop over more because they're going to get heavy with all those beautiful red burgundy beans that are going to be growing. So what we're going to do is put little bamboo poles in to help support them. So I'm going to give 3 to you, Noah, 2 to you, Kylen, and what I want you to do is just put those bamboo poles very carefully into by the bean plant. It's kind of tie it right on here, and I'm actually going to kind of loop it through this little stem so it doesn't slide all the way down to the bottom. And this will just give it a little bit of support for when those beans come on. It'll stay up tall and strong and it won't fall over. Nice job on the beans, guys. Now the peas, we're gonna go with a little bit taller of a trellis. And your dad got these really nice bamboo poles. And with these, we're gonna make a teepee trellis. The peas are gonna grow to about 3 feet tall. That's why these are a little bit taller. And Brian, yours look a little bit bigger than the ones over here.
Yeah.
So maybe those got a little bit more sunlight.
Yeah, and
What do
you
you
can
think?
see on here, they're already producing their little tendrils, and these are what's going to grab onto these canes to help them grow up real tall.
What's a tendril?
These little curly things, they actually
What do they do? What are they?
they're like smart. I don't know. You put something next to them, and they're going to wrap themselves around it. So it kind of keeps them sturdy if it's windy, or just keeps the weight of them up and off the ground and climbing tall.
Right. And growing on a trellis is actually a lot healthier way for the plants to grow because they need a little bit of airflow so we don't get a lot of bugs and diseases, and you'll get a lot more peas off your plants when they're climbing on a trellis. What we're going to do is kind of fan this out like a teepee around your plant. So you want to grab that, Kylen, and Noah, you can grab the ones for your container.
Okay.
And so we want to kind of put the base, like in 3 points there in your container, and then just kind of push it in there perfectly. And these are just attached at the top. Brian, you want to tell what you attached with up
I
here?
just used some wire and just wrapped it around the top. You can use twine, or I guess technically you could even use that plant, the plant tie as well. But this is keeps it sturdy.
Yep, same with Kylen's here. His are still a little bit short. See how Kylen doesn't quite reach over to the pole?
Yeah.
Dead.
So once it starts growing and flopping over a little bit like Noah's are, then you can take a piece of that stretchy tape or a piece of twine and just tie it to the pole, and then the tendrils will wrap their way up. We do have one more seed we haven't planted yet from the Kids Garden seed collection. You guys know what that is?
Yes.
What's
Sunflower.
sunflowers. Okay, have any of you either grown sunflowers before?
Yeah.
You have?
They didn't work very good.
They didn't work very good? Well, these ones are gonna work. These are called black oil sunflowers. They're a beautiful sunflower plant. They actually attract birds to your gardens. They do have seeds that you can eat in them, or the birds will munch on them and hopefully stay away from your other vegetables. So we're gonna get some planted. Your dad has already prepared a little area right here. Thank you very much, Brian.
You're welcome.
The great thing about sunflowers here in California is they really like the heat. And you guys know we get hot summers here, right? So here we go. I'm gonna give you guys, I'm gonna hold your hand out and I'm gonna give you some of these seeds here from the Kids Garden Seed Collection. And we're gonna plant these seeds about 1 inch apart. It's a nice loose soil prepared there. There you go, Kylen. They're kind of big seeds. The cool thing about sunflowers is they kind of go with the sun. So the heads of the sunflowers will face the sun as the sun goes across the sky. So that'll be kind of fun to watch. And we're gonna plant them about 1 inch apart. So Noah, I'm gonna have you start. Actually, what we're gonna do first is, I'm gonna go ahead and do this since you guys have your hands full. We're just gonna draw like a little line in the soil here. A little trench. And I'm gonna have you drop a seed there, Noah.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of alternate. Kylen will get to drop one about 1 inch or so apart. So you can kind of do that 2-finger width again. And Kylen, you can put one there. And this is gonna make a nice little row of sunflowers here right along the garden bed. So I like how you're kind of poking them down in there in the soil. Perfect.
Okay.
Gonna be super pretty. Nice bright colors. You
I
guys
love
are,
eating sunflower seeds, just like with like salt on them and stuff.
well, now you're gonna have your own to eat. So that'll be fun. Once they grow and the seeds kind of start to, or the heads droop over, then you can harvest the seeds. You can put like a little bag around the top of the flower. You can just take a handful of soil and there you go, perfect. So now's your chance to get your hands dirty. So I brought along these markers for you guys you can write the name of the black oil sunflowers, or you can just put sunflowers on it and then you can just poke it right here in this row.
Okay.
That way you don't forget. And I like to write the date on the back too. I think today's what, the 7th of April? Mm-hmm. That way you know what day you planted them and you can watch their progress. Then you could just mark at the beginning of the row, and then Kylen, if you want to put yours at the end of the row there, the very end of the garden bed. It's going to be fun to watch these grow and be watching over the next week or so because you're going to see them kind of bust through the soil. It's always fun to see the seeds germinate.
Yep.
I never get over the miracle of that. We have to grab our watering can and give them a little drink.
Yep, warm tea.
Worm tea, you got that right. We need to water this with some worm tea, and it sounds like you've gotten some good practice in your garden.
Yes.
So let's just eyeball it. This is a Vermistera worm tea. That's just about right. Give it a little stir. And worm tea is great to put on your containers as well. I know you guys have been doing that, and really helps protect your plants from all those diseases and the pests. I know you saw a couple of bugs on some of your plants, right? So the worm tea will really help with that and also help them grow. Sunflowers, because they grow so big, they do need regular fertilizing. So you may want to get out here about once a month or so. Give them a little dose of the worm tea, but this will help them get started and off to a good start. Great job today. I am so proud of you for digging in, planting your own gardens. And I know it was hard to thin out those vegetables. You guys did a really good job. What would you say to other kids who are maybe thinking about starting a garden, maybe afraid to get started, but want to? Kylen, what would you say?
It's easy, you can do it anytime, and if your plants die, it's okay to start over.
There you go, I love that. Noah, how about you?
The supplies are easy. It's just dirt, garden space, water, and seeds. That's it. And you get your own vegetables. So,
How fun. Brian, thank you so much for allowing us to come in and invade your garden space.
Yeah.
And add a few more things to your garden here, a few more
awesome.
containers.
I love seeing them grow. I love seeing them learn and be involved. It's great.
Has it been a great time for you and Noah to spend together?
Yeah.
That's great. I love seeing parents and kids in the garden. So for all of you out there who are growing a kid's garden now or haven't yet got started, dig in, get started, pick up a kid's garden seed collection and some of these purple Smart Pots containers if you'd like to grow in containers. And I want to thank Smart Pots so much for partnering with us on this video and allowing the kids garden, making the kids garden possible. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.